places in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So Clemson's offense will get the first possession of the game. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
The old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Wide receiver now comes in motion. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. The Tigers will keep this drive going.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Brings up second down. After the misfire, now on second down. To the air, it's Klubnik. Using his legs to buy some time. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here in the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have, and the defense made him pay for it with the INT.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Runs through a tackle, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On third and short. They'll ride the running back here. Running to Green. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's 4. Unloads it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved in on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 22.
3rd and 1 situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the Trojans will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Back to the ground game on the left. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, my, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made after the first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action on them, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Trying the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Release to the back. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Trojans in the hurry-up.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness. This defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it. Get it to your running back. Let him do the rest. Chew up some yardage and make the big play for the offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing on this one.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it. You can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played one. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the move. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the first.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Off the RPO, complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gain.
And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field. Not let the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that they tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Tigers!
The big question mark for this game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. Taylor has it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
Offensive linemen love to run out. Why? You run out. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Looking for a man. It's Ford. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. He's off to the races. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. You're going to be a great player. You've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes if you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got a near full from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Football, you hear the term quick or don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously he's inaccurate.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Trying to make magic with his feet. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pick up of 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
With jet sweep pass. Shakes off the tackle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They're trying to get to it. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Now on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little better on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Ford. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Pulls his way forward. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. The Trojans will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Oh, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space. See if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, kicked it in gear, and got the long touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side. Can't get him to the ground. Just destroying his way through the field. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on now, and he loses 4 on the carry.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. Quick spin on the line. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what? They they pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Nebraska is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Lincoln for some time. They're up by 17 over Akron. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The give to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Let's it fly. Can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads can call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys can even try your hand because we're dominating right now.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The inside handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Pocket starts to collapse. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Running it back, it's Brown. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. On 1st down, here comes this offense. The run to the left. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Clemson! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 2nd down coming up. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And his defense is brought to A. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. You're right there. Everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular.
Catch in the middle. It's Schwartz. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. And the ball comes out. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when they force something. You're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out.
Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught near the sideline, it's Ross. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the run. from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Second and short now after that completion. Looking downfield, it's 4th. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Tigers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still pulling the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this week.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, in a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back. Now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Lewis. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking to pass. It's Ford. He's taking a deep shot. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. They think there's room to run to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at